All right. Hey, everybody. This is Sheriff Tim Carter, the Shenandoah County Sheriff. And with me today, I have two Rotarian friends of mine. We're all in the Woodstock Rotary Club. And we're going to talk a little bit about Santa Express. To my right, my immediate right, is David Ferguson. David's been, how long have you been with Rotary here in Woodstock?
Oh, gosh. Seems like it goes so quick. Probably about almost 9 years.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. He's a rookie.
Yeah.
To his right, to my far right, is Blake Phillips. Blake, you've been part of the Rotary Club in Woodstock for about how long?
I think 43 years.
That's right. Yeah, I was going to say so.
Yeah, I'm a spring chicken.
Yeah, so we've got a real good combination here. I think I've been in there about 20.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, what we want to do today is talk a little bit about Santa Express. This is the program that we have, or the project that the Woodstock Rotary Club has had. Gosh, Blake, this has been how many years?
Over 100. I think might have been about 106 years, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Right.
Yeah.
And tell us a little bit about the history. How did it start?
All right, so it originally started with several of the town fathers would take up a collection
Right.
of money and then determine, what families needed assistance and so forth. And most all of those guys were members of the Rotary Club back then.
Right.
And so they did that for a number of years, maybe about 15 years. And then ultimately they turned the program over to the Rotary Club.
Right.
And at that point, it changed from being kind of a cash donation to these families to food baskets.
Right.
And
So we're helping families with food and I think presents, right?
Yeah, there's
Like
actually
basically both now.
3 different areas. We help them with coats, food,
Right.
and presents.
Okay.
So we try to hit all the markers that people that what they truly need
And
during the season.
how many people are we helping now? How many families about? You probably know exactly.
Yeah, last year we were up there to about it was about 150, but with the kids involved with that, it equals out to be probably about around 400 kids. So we're talking a lot of kids that we're
Right.
helping out. So it's definitely a worthwhile project, and there's huge benefits from it.
Right. Are there things that people can do to help if they're non-Rotarians? I know, like, for example, in our club, of course, you can give money or you can put in time helping with the project like you're helping with or Blake's helped with or I've helped with. But are there things that the general public can do to support this?
Absolutely. Every year it seems like that something happens that hampers the program. Either we don't have enough food and we need more food, or the toys aren't coming in the way we expect them to. This year, we definitely need a lot of help with toys. One of our main vendors that usually supplies us with probably about 75% of our toys is no longer to help us. And with that said, that's going to put a huge burden on us collecting toys. One of the things that we did do this year is we upped our boxes where you can actually drop toys off. If you basically anywhere in the Woodstock area at some of these facilities like Walmart, Tractor Supply, I think Burke's and so forth, all have a toy box.
Mm-hmm.
So these are new places that we didn't have toy boxes prior. And so we're hoping that everybody sees these boxes and donates because of the situation that we're in this year where we lost our big vendor that supplied our toys.
Right. And I know, Blake, our Rotary Club has its own foundation. So if people want to make a cash contribution, they can contribute to our foundation, and foundation would make sure those dollars would get to the project.
Yeah, we do have a separate account set up for this project because of the size of it. And so as people make donations, they can stipulate that it's for the Santa Express project, and then that goes into that separate account
Right.
to fund us each year.
Right. Yeah. So as far as so it sounds to me like food, food's coming along. It's just the toys that we're having to.
Yeah, the food's coming along. Normally, that comes along pretty quickly, and we're able to manage that and get those needs. It's just the toys that we tend to have a lot of issues with. The other thing that we find out is that people tend to buy toys that are geared towards the ages of 1 to 5, and so we get an abundance amount of those type of toys, and not toys that sort of hit the age range from 6 to about 15.
Right.
So there's where we sort of lack every year, and we have to make up the difference in getting those toys for all ages and not just for the younger ages.
Right, and that's another reason why I encourage like a cash contribution, because that way, if you're needing toys for this age group or this, something specific, you'll have those funds to go do that.
I do have a list of all the locations we have so far that we have these toy boxes in, and there are a couple other organizations that have boxes out also. So look for the Woodstock Rotary boxes. But we have boxes at Arby's in Woodstock, Beals Outlet, Ben's Diner, DuPont Community Credit Union, Ann Stallbird's Edward Jones office, Family Dollar, in the Food Line Shopping Center, First Bank in Mount Jackson, Strasburg and Woodstock, Foltz's Grocery, the Pollywog Place, Shenandoah County Chamber of Commerce, Tractor Supply, Triplet Tech, Walmart, Woodstock Equipment, Woodstock Brew House, and the Warren. So we appreciate all of those businesses supporting us, and that's all the locations that you can make a donation at.
Right. Okay. Were you going to say something or?
No, we did up our boxes this year, and you'll see a lot of different businesses that are definitely trying to help us out during this troubled time of getting toys and.
Right. So tell me a little bit about now behind the scenes. There's a way that people, I guess it's mainly through social services, is how we can get our.
Excellent question, Sheriff. How we go about doing that is we try to solicit through the counselors within the schools.
Right.
We utilize the SROs that are in the schools. The other thing that we do is we actually go door to door to low-income facilities such as Valley Vista, the Ridge Apartments, and so forth. And we solicit names through there. The people that we're trying to capture are those people that fall through the cracks that don't actually get help. They barely don't meet the minimum needed for social services to get help. So it's those people that can't apply for social services, but still yet need help. Those are the people that we try to target.
Right. And, getting back to how people can help, I know we have different groups that come in and help, like wrap toys or prepare. There's some logistical support that we have. Can you talk a little bit about some of those organizations?
Absolutely. So the week prior to Christmas, obviously we do delivery on Christmas Eve. So the week prior to the Christmas, we have a lot of different events that people come and help. We usually start out first by unloading the food. With that being said, we solicit people from the sheriff's office, fire and rescue, and also just anybody that is willing to volunteer to help us with that. And then we have sorting projects where we sort the toys per the age groups. Normally what happens there is we get a lot of support from the Central High School students. We have the Interact Club that definitely stands up and comes out and provides help. And then last year we had a lot of help from the girls basketball team.
Right,
and
I remember
that was huge.
They've actually participated for a number of years.
Yeah.
Right.
So if it wasn't for the students at Central, the community, standing up and saying, "Hey, I want to participate and help," this thing wouldn't go off with a.
Right. Yeah, I guess in some ways, it's sad that we have this need out there, but in other ways, it's good to see those groups and organizations come together and
Absolutely.
those donors and all the support that we get, because it does bring a lot of different. It's a Woodstock Rotary Center project, but it's grown to the point where it's really a community project.
And with the size that this has grown to, we're also blessed by having access to one of the large exhibit buildings at the Shenandoah County Fairgrounds. So we
Right.
appreciate them helping out the community and providing us with that facility at no charge. And on the morning of Christmas Eve, we have a lot of Rotarians, but we have probably more just members from the public that have become familiar with the project that'll show up about 8 o'clock
Right.
a.m.
Right.
and help with the sorting and packing of the food and the toys and the coats.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's one of the cultural things about our club. If you're a club president, you know what you're doing on Christmas Eve.
That's right. That's right. But normally we have about 200 people.
Most of the club members show up anyway, but you know, club president, you're kind of, that's where you're at that morning.
It's definitely, if you've never been a part of that on Christmas Eve, it's definitely a blessing. If you have kids that haven't been a part of that, I would encourage you to bring your family to just witness the blessings that come from that. So we would encourage anybody to attend that.
All right. Well, guys, if I missed anything that you'd like to talk about or promote or anything like that about the project?
No, just want to reiterate that this is more like a community involvement.
Right.
So you don't have to be a Rotarian to be involved. All you got to do is be willing to help others. So we would encourage anybody that wants to help out this year to give us a ring.
All right. Well, David and Blake, thanks so much for spending a few minutes with us today, and we'll put this out this week, and look forward to another good year as far as donations and service that we can do to the community here in Woodstock. So thank you, guys.
Yep.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Sure. All right, everybody. Again, this is Shenandoah County Sheriff Tim Carter. Thanks for joining me today. You can find this podcast and all other podcasts on my YouTube channel at Timothy C. Carter. And while you're there, go ahead and smash that like button or subscribe for new show updates. Again, thanks so much and have a great day.